Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akam. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is you, especially in these times. And you are back at it again, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. And what I'm going to go into, let me just get right into it. Job 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Right, and this is going to be just me going into or using the documentary Thank You Dr. Fauci as a backdrop for the video I want to make, and the title of the video will be exactly that: Forgers of Lies and Pseudoscience. That's what I'll probably call the title of the video. And really, what this documentary exposes is the corruption, right? Because you see the BB files, it exposes the corruption in Esau's government, and Thank You Dr. Fauci exposes the corruption in Esau's science, okay, or the science that Esau pushes. And really, when I say corruption, what I just really mean is just lies and deceit, right? Because it's the same situation that you see in the PB files, and you also see with Dr. Fauci and his documentary as well, where you have a lot of the use of corruption and bribery and giving of gifts now to change and twist the narrative in the favor of the elites of Esau Edom. That's exactly what you see happening with the BB files as well, because there is a reason why the state of Israel is being pushed heavily, right, to be, as a welfare state in the US, and why the US is taking such care, right, such delicate care when it comes to the state of Israel, granting multiple, cash payouts in to the tune of billions of dollars to the state of Israel. As basically the US has a special part of the national budget that just goes straight to the state of Israel, and there is a reason for that, both prophetically and mainly prophetically, of course, which is of course the least of the flock shall draw them out, and it is of course referring to the small hearts Amalek. Okay, so now I'm going into going back all the way to the CV19 and what happened during that period, and how all this information is coming out now, right, of what was happening and the things that were going on during that time and what really happened and the cover-ups. And I have to say it like that because this is YouTube that we're on, and you know how YouTube was during that period, where basically any information that did not align with the narrative that was being pushed at the time concerning the CV19, the jabs and the juices, right? It was the videos were taken down, the channel was flagged, multiple channels got deleted based off of medical misinformation, only to find out, right, the ones that were pushing the medical misinformation were the ones that were shouting and screaming, trust the science, and medical misinformation left and right, right? So this documentary came out last year, 2024, and really 2024 was a heavy year because the Most High, however, Sham Yahshai exposed so many things, right? Basically, when I say expose so many things, I don't mean expose so many things in that to the men of the Lord, because these are things that we've been known, but rather what I mean is that expose so many things to people that are still in the world concerning Esau, Edom, and their true operations, right? So now there is no longer any cloak of deception, which is something that, or I should say, there's no longer any cloak for ignorance, which is something that we, of course, it was prophesied that in the last days it would happen, and the truth will spring forth, right? Let me get that precept. Hold on. I think I mistyped something. Okay, I didn't. The truth will spring forth. Here it is. So this is the book of Psalms 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. So now the truth is being revealed, and it was being revealed in 2024, and it will be, of course, even more so in coming into 2025, right? And so basically, what was being revealed in this documentary was how or I should say rather, the cover ups that were done in order to push a narrative concerning how this CV-19 was actually spread and how it would be, taken care of, right? Because what was being pushed at the time was that this was a surprise, what, that came out of nowhere, right? But when you do further investigation, and the same way that you had during 2023, 2022, right? Fauci was being investigated for exactly that, for basically, lying and covering up the true origins of the CV-19. And the documentary goes into all of that because if you remember during 2023 and 2024, I believe, right, Fauci was on trial and basically he admitted to that the that the CV-19, you have to be careful with the words that you use, but that the CV-19 was grown in a lab, okay? And this is just once again exposing the narrative of Esau and showing you that these devils are the wicked, okay, and also showing you the level of corruption that goes on in the quote unquote scientific community. And that's why we're constant. That's why you can't trust Esau even when it seems as though he's agreeing with the men of the Lord, and the apostles and the elders always go into this, that Esau will always mix in your lies into the truth, right? So even when he admits the truth, he will always mix it in with lies. So you can't really trust Esau's own what's what I'm looking for right now? Testimony. That's not the one I'm looking for. But you can't trust Esau's words, but you can't trust this devil. Okay? Because like I said, like I just said it, right. He mixes, Esau mixes the words and confuses it even more. So even when he does tell the truth, even the scriptures goes into that, even when he seemeth to do good, right? Ultimately, let me see if I can get that precept. Well, let me get it in the KJV. I think it's when he seemeth to do good. I can't remember the exact precept that's in. But yeah, basically the idea is even when Esau is, it looks like he's trying to do good, right? He's still, if he doeth it unwillingly, as the scriptures say, and I can't remember the exact precept where that is in, but basically it's when he seemeth to do good, he doeth it unwillingly. Okay, that's basically the same thing going into this exact situation right here. Even when Esau has to tell the truth, Esau is always trying to control the narrative of the truth and tell the truth according to his terms. So of course he'll mix in a few lies, cover up some vital information and things of that nature, right? And going back to the main topic, okay, with the documentary, you had a lot of things being exposed, okay, and safe, you had a lot of things being exposed in that documentary. But to be honest, right, the same thing with the BB files, there isn't really anything profound in what was said that, oh brother, I need to go and watch this documentary because it opens, and exposes a lot of things. No, nothing that was said in these documentaries are anything that the men of the Lord did not already know. It's just simply confirmation, right? And just Esau coming out and saying it, admitting it openly that this is what was happening. That basically it was exactly what the men of the Lord have been saying. The CV-19 was a pandemic, right? It was set up and orchestrated by Esau Edom, okay, in order to, push a certain agenda towards, right, the NWO. And I have a video right here from that I actually got from the actual documentary, and it's probably the only video I'll show from the documentary, right? It actually goes a little bit into that. So let me just play that without further ado.
All of this stuff with Fauci, I believe, is set in place to protect the interests of the people who rule the people. People so high up on the ladder that we don't even know who they are. Yeah. When you
All right, and we're back. And so okay about that. Had a few problems with the screen recorder. So Ecclesiasticus 14 verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. And that's basically the precept I was looking for, right? That if the wicked, which in this case is Esau Edom, if he does good, he's not doing it on purpose, right? So when Esau comes out and he exposes himself, or he, tells the truth every once in a while, you have to mix it with lies and deceits, and he's not doing it willingly, but rather the spirit, but rather, it's really the spirit of prophecy. After all, it's not written, and I believe that is in the book of Psalms, the 68th chapter. I can't remember, but it says that his tongue shall fall, tongue shall his tongue fall upon him. Right? Let's get that precept. That should be Psalm 64 verse 8. Psalm 64 verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. Right, so Esau, that's why you see a lot of time, you have a lot of Edomites that will come out and expose the crimes of Esau, Edom, your whistleblower type of Edomites, right? And they're basically just coming out exposing Esau. And hold on a minute. And in these last days, okay, right, so in these last days, Esau Edom is being exposed, and the truth of his lies are being revealed. Naturally, what was going on all throughout 2024. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Just lucky because I already done this. I had to do this record this video because the audio went out when I was doing it the first time around. So I don't know if I've said this before, but all throughout 2024, you had Esau being exposed, right? But had Esau being exposed, to a degree that has never really before been seen in this kingdom, where basically now all the operations of Esau has been exposed, and these devils have been shown as what they truly are. That's why I started this video with Job 13 verse 4, forgers of lies, physicians of no value. And what this documentary about Fauci shows you is just how far the corruption, especially in the medical field and also in the scientific field as well, goes. And let me get this next precept in the book of First Timothy. So yeah, this is the book of First Timothy chapter 6 verse 20. First Timothy 6 verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and the opposition of science, falsely so called. That's what Esau pushes in his kingdom, is pseudoscience. Okay, that's why in all your major academia institutions and so on and so forth, that's why you can't trust the account of Esau, right? Like I was saying before, even if Esau admits the truth, even if Esau admits that something is true, this devil will always mix in lies with that truth. And even if Esau exposes himself, he will always try to twist the narrative in his favor, because these devils cannot be righteous and these devils cannot speak the truth. Okay, that is against, not only is it against their nature and how they were set up by the Most High, but just in how they operate. There is no honesty in Esau. There is no justice in Esau's kingdom. There is no law, right? That's why the scriptures say the law is slack in this kingdom. That's why you have guys like this that are able to, we have guys like Fauci and Bibi that are able to practice such high level of corruption and wickedness, because this is what happens on the in Esau's government, in Esau's institutions as a whole, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a lawyer, whether it's a politician, whether it's any form of any scientific field out there, even in the religious sects as well. That's all of Esau's institutions are built and based in wickedness, and that's why they have no accountability. That's why they have no order. That's why they have no wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why, especially, they have no discipline, and all forms of wickedness is allowed to fester and grow within them. That's why in the Catholic Church right now, they are going through a whole court case where they have millions in settlement for all the wickedness that they've been doing over there, whether it's raping of minors, raping of children, raping of even adult women as well. That just basically shows you just how deep the rot is in Esau's kingdom. So this is the book of Habakkuk 1 verse 4. Therefore the law is slacked and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked does compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. And when the men of the Lord were saying all the things that are being exposed right now concerning the CV19, about what was going on, about the how the whole thing looked, right, that basically it was a pandemic and it was set up by the elites of Esau Edom for a certain purpose. You had dudes that you had Esau in the YouTube talking about medical misinformation and taking down the video. You had all these dudes out here that were basically saying that, oh, that's not what's going on, and this is legit. Fauci is doing this, the government is doing this, the CDC is doing this, and you now find out that all of that just wasn't true. Okay, it was a setup. It was being done, it was a setup, right? And I don't really want to go into detail because now Esau gets and you expose their lies, right? But yeah, it was a setup basically, and it was all set up to follow the course of events in which did happen during that period where you had this thing come out. Okay, and then you had the problem, right, the reaction, the solution, the Hegelian dialectic. You see how it was set up. Okay, and that comes as no, that should come as no surprise, and really it should come as no surprise. But that's the thing, we that are in this truth, we are already in the know. We already know how how Esau's system is set up, right? There is no enchantment against Jacob, as it is written. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Rather, those are the two precepts that go into exactly that, and we already know how it's set up. But what the people of this world, right, the people that aren't in this truth, they are now being exposed to the true nature of Esau's kingdom and how deep the corruption and the wickedness of Esau's kingdom goes, because this is a kingdom that is ruled by the wicked. So of course there's no righteousness, of course there is no justice. That's why the scriptures say, and let me go to that, that when the wicked are in authority, and you see the precept just go straight to Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Right now, the wicked are in rulership. Esau Edom is in rulership. And the reason why you people are out here, all, messed up, right? Crying about no justice, crying about the system not working, the system is rigged, the system is this and that. It's made to enrich all these oligarchs and this and all and everybody that's and the elites of Esau, because that's how it's set up, and you are being ruled by the wicked, because the structure of this government, of this kingdom, is not normal. And that's why this place needs to go out, man. Esau needs to be taken down, right? Because of how far and how deep this rot and this wickedness has festered and has gone into this kingdom. Because every institution, like I said, every part of this kingdom, right? If we go into the the way that Dr. Neely Fuller said it, all 9 areas of human activity in this kingdom is completely corrupted and is set up in order to push the wicked agenda of Esau Edom, which ultimately is total control, right? And not just total control, but the things that are against the order that was set up by the Most High, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai Hashem Rakakwadash. And that is why you see that basically Esau is always pushing all these non-scriptural ideas and ideologies, especially within the science. And I'm talking about the framework of the science. That's why you not get your Big Bang Theory, right? That's why you get your evolution and things of that nature. Basically, all the things that are against the scriptures and that try to remove the influence, right, or the power of the, or try to undermine. That's the word I'm looking for. Undermine the power of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, and hey, man, if you and hey, look, it's already very clear that you should not trust in the science of Esau Edom or the science that he pushes, because these things are against the understanding and the wisdom of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. After all, it's not written that wisdom in wickedness is not true wisdom. And that's what Esau Edom has, okay? Because these devils, they do have a wisdom, but their wisdom is from the left hand side, right? So we do not operate or use that wisdom or operate under that wisdom. So yeah, we might have some overlap every once in a while between the understanding of Esau and our own understanding. But that doesn't just mean that, oh, suddenly Esau has become valid. There's a term in the world that a broken clock is right twice a day, right? And it's the same thing with Esau Edom. Every once in a while he might come out and confess the truth and bring out the truth and say this is what it is. But ultimately you should just say it as these devils, you know, oh, they finally understand and they finally bring out the truth every once in a while. But that doesn't mean that Esau stops being the devil or stops being the wicked. He still continues in pseudoscience. He still continues in his lies and deceits, and that those lies and deceits is what is currently bringing destruction to America, Babylon the Great, and to this kingdom. And that's why this place is going out, man, violently as it is, because you allow this kind of wickedness to fester. And of course the people of this kingdom are just, what would I want to use for them right now? Zombies, man. Too many zombies out here in the world. The people of this kingdom, they're just zombies. They follow in whatever they follow and do right in whatever Esau says, because ultimately, let's get that precept. After all, it's not written. John 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Because ultimately you are following in the agenda and the narrative that Esau Edom was pushing. That's why you have so many jakes that were out here, especially even in this truth, talking about, oh, just take it, oh, just take it, whatever the white man says, whatever the white man says, the so-called white man, of course, the white man says, just do it, right? And you had so many jakes that were in this truth, right? So many leaders of camps that ultimately just acquiesced and said that you should take that. And when the actual real thing, the Sihib, comes, they will do the exact same thing. That's why you have those same camps saying that, oh, well, the Sihib is, all kinds of things that they can't even prove how that works and how it connects with scripture and with prophecy, right? Because you can't just say, oh, this is what this is what the Sihib, this is what the MOTB is, without proving and showing, through prophecy and through the scriptures that's exactly what it means. You can't just, make a doctrine out of thin air. But that's what a lot of these Hebrew Israelite camps do, right? And that's what Esau does all the time, right? Just say things out of thin air and say things without any valid evidence, and the people just eat it up, because the lust of your father you will do. And it shows you that a lot of the people in this kingdom still follow Esau Edom, the so-called red man above the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rakakwadash. Right, so back to what I was saying, and of course this is going back to the main purpose of this video, right? Which is of course the okay, I've already gone into that. So yeah, let me just end the video right here. So once again, all praises, honor and glory unto the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rakakwadash Wa Abad Babal Shalom. And through the Spirit of your Akam and your Akwas were edified. Shalom.